What's going on, guys? The 2024 Golden Globe nominations have been announced this morning, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of my thoughts on the nominations, where I think they went right, where I think they went wrong, and then just breaking down the nominations as a collective whole. Let's go ahead and dive right into these nominations. Right off the top, there was not many, I'd say, surprises on the surface. A lot of the categories went exactly as expected, or like one or two away from where I thought they would go. You can check out my predictions from earlier on here on the YouTube page, or you can check them out at the Music City Drive-In. Best performance in actress in a motion picture and musical comedy. Fantasia for The Color Purple, Jennifer Lawrence, No Hard Feelings, Natalie Portman, May, December. The big surprise here was Alma Poitsti for Fallen Leaves. Very good performance. Very, very shocked to see that film here. But I will say, very, very excited to see it nominated because it's different. It's not your typical nomination that you're typically used to seeing in this category. So it's very nice to see this film get some sort of recognition. Margot Robbie for Barbie, and then Emma Stone for Poor Things. Really, top to bottom, not much of a surprise here. I was kind of expecting a lot of this. And looking at my nominations, the only one that I got wrong here was Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret for Abby Ryder Forson, which I kind of threw out there in hopes that that would happen. Best original score. This one had several surprise. Well, actually, two surprises in here. Michael Levy for The Zone of Interest and Joe Hasashi for The Boy and the Heron. Two kind of surprises there. Jerks and Fendix score for Poor Things getting nominated. Really, really love seeing this. Poor Things gets a lot of love today. But Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Killers of Flower Moon, The Zone of Interest, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and The Boy and the Heron are your six nominees for Motion Picture Original Score. Animated film, maybe some surprises. The Boy and the Heron, Elemental slides in here. Not a lot of people thought that would happen. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, no surprise there. The Super Mario Brothers movie, Suzumi, and Wish. I'm very sad because we don't see any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which I thought personally is one of my favorite animated films of the year, even though The Boy and the Heron is actually fantastic as well. Wish being here shocked me in one way, I guess, but in another way, it doesn't. It's the big studio thing. I don't know. I didn't like Wish. But moving on to Best Director. Best Director really doesn't have a whole lot of surprises here. Um, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Greta Gerwig for Barbie, Yorgos Lanthros for Poor Things, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese, and Celine Song for Past Lives. The only one that I actually got wrong here was Yorgos getting the nomination instead of Alexander Payne. I thought the holdovers would play a lot better than it ended up doing, but I really feel like we're going to see these be your heavy hitters throughout the award season from top to bottom. Nominees for non-English language film. Very weird to see Past Lives on this list, but Anatomy of a Fall, Fallen Leaves, Io Capitano, Past Leaves, Society of the Snow, and Zone of Interest. Society of the Snow is a fantastic film. Highly recommend it. Best Song Motion Picture. What Was I Made For? Barbie, Road to Freedom, Rustin, Peaches, The Super Mario Brothers, I'm Just Ken, Barbie, Dance the Night Away, or Dance the Night, Barbie, and then of course the surprise came from Addicted to Romance, from the film She Came to Me. Very shocking. Maybe it's just because it's Bruce Springsteen is the only real reason I think we have a nomination here, but we'll move right along in that category. Barbie dominated with 3 nominations. I think we're going to expect to see them at least get 2 at the Academy Awards. Golden Globe nominees for Best Supporting Actor. Not much of a surprise here, except for they really went for Poor Things, which I was kind of happy to see. Again, another category that I did pretty well in. Ryan Gosling for Barbie, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Charles Melton for May, December, Mark Ruffalo, William Dafoe for Poor Things, and then Robert De Niro. I threw in Glenn Howerton for Blackberry, hoping that he would get a nomination, but very surprised to see William Dafoe and Mark Ruffalo getting here for Poor Things. Again, Poor Things getting a lot of love here. Not much of a surprise with these 6. I would certainly expect probably 5 of these 6 to get nominated on Oscar morning. But all right, for screenplay, Barbie, Greta Gerwig, Noah Baumbach, fantastic, love it. Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, and then Anatomy of a Fall. I love all 6 of these picks. Killers of the Flower Moon, I didn't love the movie, but I do know that adapting it to the big screen was very hard. But Past Lives, again here, very, very happy to see that. Supporting female actor in a motion picture. Again, they don't split the categories here, but Emily Blunt, Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, Jodie Foster for Naiad, Julianne Moore, May December, Rosamund Pike, Saltburn, and then Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. I did go 5 for 6 here, I think. The only one that I didn't get was Viola Davis for Air. That was a hope and a prayer. Just threw that one up there to see if it stuck against the wall, but it didn't. But the one that did slide in there was Rosamund Pike for Saltburn. Very surprised there, but also kind of not surprised, if you know what I mean. Let's see here. Best male actor in a motion picture, musical or comedy, Nicolas Cage for Dream Scenario. That was my odd man out, I guess, quote unquote. Timothy Chalamet for Wonka, Matt Damon for Air, Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Joaquin Phoenix for Beau is Afraid, which is probably the biggest surprise of the day, because that movie is not great. But and then Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction. Was really, really hoping to see more American Fiction love across the board. Sadly, we did not get it. Let's see here. We are moving right along to. Nope, I did screenplay twice. Best comedy, best film, comedy, and musical. You have Air, American Fiction, Barbie, The Holdovers, May December, and Poor Things. Very cut and dry here. I actually would have went 6 for 6 here if I didn't go out on a whim and try to predict Wonka instead of May December. But oh, actually, wait, The Color Purple missed here. I just realized The Color Purple did not make it here. Very, very weird miss. Huge miss. That's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that either, because honestly, Color Purple should have been locked in here. But yeah, wow. Air making it in instead of The Color Purple, even though we nominated 2 Color Purple actresses and nobody from Air, makes no sense to me at all. Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. We have Carey Mulligan for Maestro, Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, Annette Bening for Naiad, Greta Lee for Past Lives, and Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla. Again, yesterday, in my prediction show, I went 5 out of 6, and my alternate was Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla. My 6th person in was a dart throw, and that was Anjanou Alice Taylor for Origin. Again, wasn't 100% sure that I thought that that would happen, but at the same time, my first one out was Kaylee Spaney, so 5 of 6 there, not bad at all. Best Motion Picture Drama, we have Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, Maestro, Anatomy of a Fall, and The Zone of Interest. 5 of 6 here. The only one I didn't get was Zone of Interest. I was really hoping for the Iron Claw love here this morning, and it got paint dust. Which, speaking of which, none of the surprises here. I mean, Zone of Interest, as you heard, with it getting some love in other categories, it didn't surprise me that it popped up in drama. Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Andrew Scott for All of Us Stranger Things, and Barry Keoghan for Saltburn. 5 of 6 here. Maybe the surprise here, Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers, but I had Zac Efron for Iron Claw, but I did have Barry in there for Saltburn. 5 of 6 again. Not a bad little prediction morning for myself here for the Golden Globes. I'll be excited to see what people think about this. What do you think of the Golden Globes? Who was snubbed? Who wasn't? Give me your details below in the comments. Let's talk about it. The 81st Golden Globes are set to air on January 7th on CBS and Paramount Plus. Join me throughout the award season as we talk more and more about Oscar prediction and award season as a collective whole. We'll talk to you guys later.